Bowl 50 rematch. It's the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers, and it's coming up next.
Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Raheem Blackshear now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. Bringing them out is a man who made his debut over a decade and tens of thousands of yards ago. It's Andy Dalton.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. Jukes one defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Throwing here, Dalton. That's to his running back, Miles Sanders. He's got a gain of 6 there. Riley Moss with that tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They run again with Hubbard. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Hubbard again. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
running with Hubbard out of the gun. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. Handoff running right, Hubbard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's Thomas, he's got it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Staring at 4th down now, the Panthers electing to go with Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal try. This from 48 on the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the final quarterback taken in the first round of this year's draft. A lot of experience from Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
I know technically, Kate, that Bo Nix is a rookie. But geez, watching him perform over 61 starts, 5 years of college football. This is a grown-up. This is an adult the Broncos are getting. So much experience, and he's going to be able to handle such a deep playbook for these Broncos.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of the game, it's all about who can land that opening punch, gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Escapes the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Broncos looking at a punt on 4th down, and Riley Dixon on to handle that. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Complete to Tremble. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle, Hubbard. And they bring him down around the 34. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back now, pressure on its way. That's complete to Leggett. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Xavier Leggett, the target on that throw. And that means 3rd down coming up.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Dalton. This throw is cut. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Hubbard. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Panthers stretch their early lead to 9. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a 2nd effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Tremont Smith with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. He's contained at the line for no gain. Josie Jewell making that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Pass complete to Dulcich. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Riley Dixon getting set to punt it once again. Raheem Blackshear back deep for the Panthers. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Dalton. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Deontay Johnson, the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Dalton looking to throw. It's taken in by Mingo. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. So no return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Josie Jewell making that stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them Well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd and 8. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Next with it on 1st. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. Down to the 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Carolina offense headed out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a man, Deontay Johnson has it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now it's 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. Connection made to Tremble. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Sent down by Cody Barton.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
To the air, 3rd and long. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Into the hands of Dulcich. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Riley Dixon on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Fair catch made here at the 30. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And it's going to be their football coming up. They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll go from the gun with Sanders. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the 33 on 2nd down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Dalton to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Tremble with the grab. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and just 2 to go. Dalton now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing here, Dalton. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking Xavier Legette's way there. So that brings up 2nd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Here's Dalton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Now Dalton. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Johnny Hecker on now to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Denver ready for another offensive possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Hits him on the in route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and goal. Here's Williams. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Williams, and he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Moore with a return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Dalton looking to throw. He finds Johnson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing from the gun. That's complete to Leggett. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has some room to work. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw it again. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, here's Dalton. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Going power with a big tight end. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Bronx. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's Nix. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Dulcich hauls it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 41. Running right, it's Williams. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Nix to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Flush down out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Straight ahead with Williams. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Play action with Nix. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. From the 35 on 2nd down. Gets this to Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Connection made to Tremble. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On the give, it's Sanders. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers with 1st and 10. Dalton has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Sanders. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get some late points and the lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pass taken in by Sutton. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Nick's looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Nix from the gun. And that's good for a gain of 5. Josie Jewell making that stop. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. Now Nix on third down. Into the hands of Dulcich. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw again, Nix. Hits him on the in route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. So new kickoff rules, this is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. He lofts it deep left. Brought in inside the 20. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right? They rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So we reached halftime in Charlotte. The hometown fans feeling good. Their Panthers have the lead. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. It was the running back, Chuba Hubbard, who put together a solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 from the 41. Nix off the play action. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against the defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's taken down at the 30. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point gain.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Moore with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Panthers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Throwing now from the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 37. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. Punt meets him at the 28. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll run it for the first time with Audric Estime. It's a gain of 4. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
1st and 10 from the 41. Back-to-back carries here. He's off again. And he has this all the way down to the 23. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. It's caught, McLaughlin. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Nix now to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers, third down. Here's Nix to throw. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, if he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Blackshear on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Panthers are headed out there on offense alongside Deontay Johnson for this series. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. In on the tackle was Jonathan Cooper.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. To throw, here's Dalton. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 46. Looking for a target. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They send a man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. A tight end in motion now. Another try following the sack. Pass complete to Hubbard. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Carolina in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll find the space he needs to get this up to the 25-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 25 on 2nd down. McLaughlin's got it, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
They give it to him again. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Nix. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
Let's give him some credit. He's done his best to 3 them to death in this game, Kate. And he's continuing that effort here in the second half as his 4th field goal of the game gives them a slim lead.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Blackshear on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Dalton to throw. That's going to be caught by Mingo. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Sent down by Cody Barton. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors headed out. Jaleel McLaughlin headed out with them. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Play action with Nix. Flushed out of the pocket. Taken off with it again. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. So now here's 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Now Dalton. Tremble with the grab. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Hubbard again. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. They kick the running back in motion. Connects with Hubbard. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Dalton now to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now, to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers jump in front now by 5. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 2. Complete to Mims. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing here, Nix. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Give to Williams from the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Into the hands of Dulcich. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 24. Dulcich hauls it in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll throw again. Nix. He finds his running back. Nice work. Complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Has it in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second and 3 now. Design bootleg here. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them. And that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
So here come the Broncos. Big spot now as they try for 2. They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Moore with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home teams and Andy Dalton headed back onto the field. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. We're getting a look at some of them now. You just got to marvel at how well he's played the quarterback position here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Dalton. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Here's Hubbard on the give. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Third down. Broncos loading up that secondary. They're in the dime here. Handoff here to Sanders. Has the first and more past midfield. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down, ball at the 36. Here's Sanders once more. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 32. He's on the move. Now he takes it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here. Second and 9. Off the play fake. He'll throw. Touchdown, Carolina. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
So now here come the Panthers. Big moments as they go for 2. He's throwing for it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos running their offense out once again. Still time to go, Bronc, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nicks off the play action. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
1st and 10 from the 41. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there, so consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Dalton. It's taken in by Mingo. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Counterplay, Hubbard. And it's barely anything on that run, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Second down now, 7 to go. They run again with Hubbard. No one around. He's got space. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. Up the middle, Hubbard. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A big moment coming up for Eddie Pinheiro on this attempt. This, 42 yards from the right hash. His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.